In the past few days and week, we are all preoccupied with this Jim Crow laws that was passed in Mississippi, and a lot of emotions risen. Some are scared because there are some videos going around, people crying, and like, this is back again. Before this was pushed off, it took a lot of time and effort and talking, and now here it is again. I think if you have been following me, I keep saying that there is an agenda, there is a plan. These people are their ancestors reincarnate. There is nothing that changed in them. Because when you think as a black man that something has changed, then I think you are just trying to tell yourself, oh, relax my soul, even when you know that there is a danger ahead. And this is the reason why we're going to get into some details. But this is the reason why I keep talking about black unity, irrespective of where you think you're coming from. When there is a body and we are united, the world fears a united nation that have black people. This is a reality. Yes, they do come out and debunk it. No, we're not scared of you. But that is the truth. Because they know what will be achievable when we are together. Now, talking about Jim Crow laws, these are laws that legitimize anti-black racism. It's legitimized segregation against the black people. It started in mid-1870s and then continued through 1960s. And then both of these laws and etiquettes are put together to oppress the black people, to suppress the black people and the black image. There are lots more, a lot of them. When you talk about the Jim Crow laws and etiquettes, it goes on. And some of these laws and etiquettes, when you listen to them, you ask yourself, are these people, are they human beings? Do they have conscience? Because I keep saying it here. When they have conscience, there are things that they will not do. These laws and etiquettes involve shaking of hands. As a black man, you do not have the right to see a white man and shake his hands. It goes on and on. It involves mannerism, words, how you speak to a white man, right? Like you cannot eat when a white man is eating. You cannot sit when a white man is standing, right? And also it involves, when you're driving, the white man is always have the rights of the way. When you are driving, the white man always has the right of the way. And there are lots more of barbaric rules, because human beings that believe that there is a existence of God will not and cannot initiate something like this. They told us that we are evil because we are black. They told us that we are demonic, we are satanic because we are black. And that is why they painted one human being like that, or painted one thing like that and brought it and said it was the devil. And we all accepted it. This is just to point to us. All these things were initiated in alliance with this Jim Crow's law. That anything that is black is inferior, is bad, is devilish. Now you say you're white, you're angelic, you're that of God, and you do not have the manners of God. You don't exhibit the spirituality of someone who is connected with divinity. And then you come to us here in Africa and you say you have good news of salvation, just to keep hanging on this idea of supremacy. The white is always superior to the black. The white is always superior to the black. And it is the essence of this Jim Crow laws that we are talking about. And these laws right now is being passed in Mississippi, and that is why a lot of persons, a lot of black brothers and sisters are like, what is the world turning into? What is really happening?
Less than 60 years ago, this particular image would have been very commonplace. In fact, Jim Crow only ended in 1968. It's now resurfacing in 2023. For those of you that don't know what Jim Crow is our law that allowed state and local governments to legally segregate areas. Earlier this year, in 2023, the White representatives in the Mississippi House approved a bill to create a new district that includes all of the white majority neighborhoods in Jackson. Jackson, Mississippi is predominantly black, by the way. But this area will include its own criminal justice system, which will be overseen by all whites. Under the House Bill 1020, the U.S. Conservative Justice of Mississippi Supreme Court would be able to hand-pick the new district's supervising judges as prosecutors and public defenders. They will all be chosen by the state's white Republican Attorney General. What that means is that this new district is now predominantly white. And for those thinking that, oh, well, that's not that big of a deal, or assuming that they'll be allowed a seat at the table simply because of education, money, whatever nationality or creed, that's not going to be that's not going to be the case. This is supposed to be a safe space and a start towards resegregation of the U.S., in particular resegregation of Mississippi. How will that affect us? How will that affect us all? What this means is, by giving power to have these districts, we can now resubmerge or reallow certain things like redlining. That can be something that can be done on a grander scale. Now, it was always done, but redlining would allow homeowners to banks to pretty much choose who to give loans to and who not to. And if you think that just because you have a whole bunch of money, you're going to be given a home in these areas and you're not white, you might want to think again. It's just going to be the beginning of reliving the past.
And that is it, the beginning of we live in the past. Right? You know, this is what happens when there is division amongst the black. Forget who you are. Forget where you come from. When your skin color is not white, you do not have anything to do in connection with them, you are nothing. They only use you when they know you are useful. And when they are done using you, they push you off. Because you are nothing to them. You think you have them as friends, and you think you're covered. You ask those that were present when these laws was still in function. You ask them, they tell you. As a black man, there are places you cannot step into. As a black man, there are things you cannot do. There are opportunities that cannot be entitled to you because of the color of your skin. And when we sit up here and talk about things like this, and I guess some persons like, forget about that. We are human beings. It's God that created us all. Let's love one another, irrespective of whatever. Are we not human beings? Are we animals? Do we not have emotions? Do we not have feelings? Can't we get angry as black people? When we come up and say enough of what our people are suffering wherever they are, do we not have the right to do that? And this is exactly what they are rubbing in our face, that we do not have any right whatsoever. Because we are lesser than human beings. We are lesser beings to them. Oh my people, I think it's back. What more should one say to point out this fact that they do not regard you? You are not important. And that is why whenever I hear them, oh, we're coming to Africa to give so thing to Africa, to help Africa with one or two things, to help the black people with this and that. I don't believe in that anymore. I was a believer of that a long time ago, but it's past, not now. Because they cannot do anything for you that is clean clear without any ulterior motive, just out of love. And these are the same persons that claim that they are closer to God. Is this how God acts? Is this how the creator of the universe acts? Because we also are God's own image, according to what is documented in the Bible, that we are created, all of us, in the image and likeness of God. So any black man out there is as of the image of God as a white man. And that is why I will refuse to believe all those white images that have been polished and sent down to us. I will refuse to believe whatever the white man have had conclusions on, because of course there will be something that will be of biased nature in that. If a group of human beings in this era, 2023, can group themselves and sit down and revamp laws that were demonic, satanic, and barbaric. Because you're talking about Satan, you're talking about demons, you're talking about barbaric nature. There is nothing more than this Jim Crow law that is being reinvented in Mississippi. And it's not just in Mississippi. They are starting it over again. It will all be over and over again. We are going back. It's like all the efforts one is putting in, nothing is happening. And this can be achieved only when the black man allows it to be. We don't love ourselves. We don't like our own. We give the enemy opportunity to get in. The reason why I say this is, just take a look at your comments. Whenever a video is up, just take a look at the comments that people make. Take a look at the comments that people make. The attacking on one another. The disbelieving of the power in the black man. Right? The denial of the fact that this is who you are. Maybe because you are scared, you still want to keep lying down to pick up those peanuts that have been thrown down to you from above, somewhere. But even at that cannot save anymore. Until the black person, the black man, the black people, the black community come together. Irrespective of, oh, I'm African American, I'm Aboriginal, I'm whatever, I'm African, I'm this, I'm that. You are black. And that is the significance. That is what they see you to be. They don't care whether you're from America. They don't care whether you're from Africa. Wherever you are, your skin color is not that of them. They categorize you as a black man. And look at we here segregating ourselves. When at the end of it all, we only have our backs. No one else does. They only pretend to, because they know what they are looking for. Now that what they needed is given to them, we expose ourselves every day. Our secrets we give out to them. They are okay with it for now. So they're going to continue with what they're doing before. And whenever they've run short of knowledge, whenever they've run short of more implementations and whatever to do to create more and more, they'll bring down the rules and come back to you and pat your head and get more knowledge and go back on top. It's a continuous process. I don't know how you view this. What do you think? Leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself. Love yourself, black people. Because our strength is in our unity. Our strength is in our unity. Stay safe, stay positive. Bye for now.